Ран, Вася, ран. Беги. Всем привет, друзья! Добро пожаловать на мой канал. Мы сегодня продолжаем прохождение Deliverance. В предыдущей серии мы у нас потеряли всю свою семью. А сегодня бежим от нападавших на скалицу. Иди, сука. О, здорово, пацаны. Ой, куку, ёпта. Все. Сесть, садись. Так, в любой момент вы можете свистом подать лошадь. Рысь. Кентер, идеально сочетание быть темп выносливость. Галоп. Ага, понятно. Все понятно. Теперь беги. Просто беги. Ран, Вася, ран. Беги! Мимо. Не попал. Ха-ха-ха. Блять, они так бегают, пиздец. Такое чувство, что они сзади меня прям. Как камера, блять. Сейчас что-нибудь нажму и сломаю игру. Может как-нибудь назад на лошади посмотреть, интересно, нет? Оглянуться. Где кнопка оглянуться? Блин, такое чувство, что он прям сзади меня сидит, нахуй. Сбавим скорость. Ай-яй-яй. Давай, быстрее. Блять. О, набежали.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here! Hey! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Веселая поездка у нас, конечно, удалась.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Задача выполнена. Блестяще. Поговорите с паном Бореком. Новая задача. Сейчас поговорим тогда. Ебать, что так долго-то, блядь. Тикс. Тик-тик-тик-тик-тик-тик-тик. Антидок стоит. Ты узнал, где есть твоя постель. Где? Здесь, что ли, на столе, блядь?
He brought just over half yesterday. Sucker. That's not what we agreed. When you've got a moment, go and see him. Tell him to come here without delay.
Так, ладно, погнали, нам надо поесть. Я так понимаю. Вот он, Борок, поговорить.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about.
Блять, он с таким каменным лицом такой-то, конечно.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Ебать, такая добрая, как будто у них, блядь, королевство спас нахуй.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Тикс. Голод. Мы голодные, да? Давай все, бери нахуй. Жареная утка. Нормально пойдет. Сейчас все съедим нахер. Рогалики. Все бери. Так, сыр. Сыр одну головку бери. Тик. Пища, пища, пища. Съесть, съесть, съесть. Съесть, съесть, съесть. Все, хватит. Сытый стол один. Бать, мне сыр нарезать, конечно, пиздец. Так, ладно, нам надо переспать идти, да? Я так понимаю. Ой, бля. Скорее всего, да. Сюда, что ли? Ля, вот это хоро. Это не мое. Вот это хоро, конечно. Сесть, а спать? Вот, спать. Насколько? Так, время у нас 7. Давай до 5.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady.
Интересно, мадам, конечно, вроде жена короля. Ну или кто он там, пан, король. Приходит ко мне в гости. Заботится, заживит. Ты, говорит, возможно, хотел вина выпить.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Ага, ты хочешь поговорить об этом, да? Тик. Так, я не могу говорить об этом, рассказывайте на Биге. Давай, расскажем, хрен с тобой. И расскажу вам, что случилось. Да, с поручением. Отец тебя за пивом отправил. Да, вот так.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
Пиздец такой засвет, блядь, конечно. Так. Мы говорили с отцом о жизни.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
Опять прокатил.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Половцы в армии
Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare, bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Так. Жители Скалец пытались бежать.
The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The humans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching me. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of human savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
История, конечно, поставлена очень красиво.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Такое чувство, что я не игру смотрю, а фильм. Кат-сцена уже сколько? Минут на 10, наверное, растянулась. Идите на стену. Пошли на стену туда, что? Новое знание. Возьми факел со стола. Бери. О. Да будет свет. Так, а куда он летит?
All they have to do is lean on some scholar search and you'll happily tell them everything.
Aye.
Ля, вот это вот сейчас молния была, а?
Prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmud in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street.
I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir...
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Да ясно, ясно. Суровый парень какой.
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Ну, пообщаемся.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. May the Lord watch over you.
Замечательно. Мы теперь еще и дозорным будем. Дозорный на стене, да? Ну и куда смотреть-то надо? Хоть бы рассказали что-нибудь. О, ты на частной территории. Понял. Я все понял. Сейчас выйду. Куда идти? Ля, вот это отражение, а. Здорово, пацан.
Good health to you.
Доброго.
What do you think about the flight of the Skalitz folk?
I'd say Sir Rodzik is a fine lord. He made the most of the situation and saved his subjects. You don't see that.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Так, если вам необходимо дождаться чего-нибудь, переждите время. Дождаться утра. Понял. Давай до 5. Пролистаем. 5 часов пролистаем до 8. Он же, по идее, должен автоматически есть что-то. Ага, вот. Куда? Куда идти-то? Ага, не вижу. Да бегу я, бегу. Там орешь, что ли? Ебать тут войск, конечно, блядь.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Иди на стену наружного двора. Так. Убрать его так же, да? Факел, да, все убрал. Тикс. Что у нас дальше, да? Где там выход-то? Фу. Паркур. Так, дорогие друзья, у нас небольшой перерыв, 5-минутный. Итак, что у нас там по заданиям-то? Вот, так, похорони своих родных, поговори с паном Бороком и заполучи лошадь. Не обязательно. А зачем? Давай с Бороком сначала поговорим. Надеюсь. Где этот Борок-то? Нет, стражник. Он нет. Стой, сука. Стой, говорю. Здорово. Так, мне надо попасть в Скалицу.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Ну, так, давай.
My parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Вот и пообщались. Так, короче, надо как-то выбраться из этого замка, да? Все, у нас игра начинается, я так понимаю. Теперь мы думаем, как нам выбраться из замка. Тик. Стражник. Главный конюх. Так, на лошади понятно тут все. По задачам. Выберись из замка, получи лошадь, похорони родных. Бля, может с этим поговорить, кстати? Где он есть? Как его там? Пан Дивиш? Но он делать стал. Блять. Ну-ка, давай, выпускай меня. Быстро.
Good day to you.
Здорово. Так, мне надо выйти отсюда.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Угу.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
Что ты имеешь в виду?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right. I'll have a look around for something.
Я понял.
Good luck to you.
Найти доспех. Так, а где его искать-то надо? Так, это сюда, что ли? Да, это сюда. Во. Это на частной территории. Ну, давайте поиграем в грабителя. По-тихому сейчас чем-то сопрем. Так, подкова, что там? Щит. Забираем. Замок вскрыть. Хотя нет отмычек. Понимаю. Может, наверху что-нибудь есть? Наверху я, кстати, был. Я понял. Сложно. Так, и как открыть тогда? Там закрыто все. Короче, нам нужна отмычка, да? Так, а где ее взять? Муж попробует с этой, с мадам поговорить, может, нам говорить своему мужу, чтобы я не грабил их. Осталось только ее найти. Здрасте. Проходите, пожалуйста. Блять. А где это? Мадам-то. Сейчас на территории, понятно все. О, кстати. А с ним поговорить нельзя. Охуенно. Ладно. Остается только надежда на его жену. Кстати, вот она есть.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle. Your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
Ну, и чё? Прикольно. Я это и так понял уже.
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. Thank you, my lady. What do you think, my lady? Do I look like a Talmberg soldier?
Not quite, Henry. Just look at you.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks. My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed by the arrival of Sigismund's army this morning.
Well, it was to be expected. And thanks to God's mercy and my good husband, there was no more bloodshed. But it's something else that distresses me. Maybe my mind deceives me. But I have an evil foreboding.
You, my lady? Surely not. No evil could possibly come to you.
I fear something bigger and worse will come. That Sigismund is only another omen of imminent evil. Of great evil. Goodbye.
Так, короче, нам надо найти доспехи, да? Вопрос только где. Отмычек у нас нету. Значит, соответственно, открыть мы не сможем замок. Правильно? Да, у вас нет отмычек. Попробовать отмычку найти. А где ее найти? Блять. Ну, кстати. Может, прям так ебануть? Блядь, мы бежать, наверное, будем долго и нудно. Так, ладно. Как там карту вызвать-то? Ага, вот она. Ристалище. Пекарь. Купец. Вот перед нами где-то купец. Надо к купцу подойти. Может, у него есть христианин. Вот. Это ты, что ли, купец?
My respects to you.
Здорово. О, да.
Can we trade? If you've got the coin.
Ага, отлично. Купить. Карта сокровищ. Так, состояние торговца. Твое состояние 0,2. Повязка, хераска, понятно. А, у него... А, вот отмычка. Отмычка 14,5 золотых. Обоссаться, блин. И что тебе продать надо? Щит попробовать. Давай щит. А второй заберем себе. Как вариант, да? Вот так-то. О, прекрасно. Ну, пошли. Попробуем взломать замочек. Ага. А, я понял. Блять, сложно как-то. Провалилась. А, заебись. Остался без отмычки, нахуй. Ну и где мне искать-то доспехи, блядь? Давай тут попробуем найти что-нибудь. Так, тут замки. Все закрыто. Лук. Блядь, тут по-любому где-то комната есть. С доспехами, со всей этой херней. По-любому. Это ж мадам тоже сказал то, что в разных местах спят товарищи. Командир. Замок. Понятно. Понятно. Умыться. Умоемся. Обеденный зал. Это что у нас? Какая-то частная территория. Тоже непонятная. Кстати. Может, где-нибудь здесь? Нет. Какая-то конюшня какая-то. Блять, а куда идти-то? Крестьянин поговорить. Так, торговец. Понятно. Торговца и так знаю, где найти. Толку-то от него тоже. Может, где-то здесь. Так, там денег нет. Это же просто получается как живой район. Что мне здесь делать-то? Если может сюда зайти. Так, ты что, не прыгаешь? Так, понятно, башня-херашня. Ну и все. Получается.
Aye. We'll be stricken like Sodom and Gomorrah.
I pray you're wrong.
О, это Борок. Борок, который меня не выпустил, понятно. Блять. Где у нас броня-то? Крестьянин, поговорить. Здорово. Все то же самое. И куда идти тогда?
we trade?
Торговать. Давай посмотрим.
You've got the coin.
Если есть гроши. Нет мне ничего. Откуда у меня гроши-то? Твое состояние день 9. Продать. Оружие. Успех. Это все одето. Шнапс продавать. Ну, блядь, ну шнапс это пиздец продавать. Календула. Что это такое? Кстати, может календулу продать. Сын надо продать. Ну, давай календулу продадим. Чё. Повязка пусть будет. Так, и купим у тебя сколько? Одну отмычку. Да. Заключить. Попробуем в башню пойти. Там в башне вроде легкий сундук. Может там получится открыть. Потому что в этой херне что-то мне не получилось нифига. Здорово. Парниша. А, у нас и башни нет, нифига. Что это здесь получается, что ли? Здрасте. Закрыть. Так, замок. Какой замок? Очень легкий. Давай попробуем еще раз. Помощь. Чтобы открыть замки, у вас в сумме должна быть хотя бы одна отмычка. Лучше иметь одну или две в запасе. Окей. Вот отмычка. Вот, я вставил отмычку. Повернуть замок. Давай. Блять! Блять! Пиздец какой-то нахуй. Как мне отсюда выйти-то? Щит. Украсть нахуй. Сейчас нахуй все продаем, блядь, торговцу нахуй. Торговец хуеет там потом. Скажем, блядь, продавали мне ворованные вещи, блядь. Давай еще раз попробуем продать. Взять эту мышку. Ну что-то бред какой-то, блядь. На самом деле. Продавать. Продать. Ох, нихера. О. А, это купить. А, понимаю. Я уже обрадовался, блядь. Купить. Отмычка. Да. получить. Давай еще раз попробуем. Я хер его знает. Попробовать сохраниться, может. Блять, надо будет, наверное, сразу было сделать. Сохраниться, а потом уже попробовать взламывать, потому что что-то столько, блять, проебать денег. Заебись, меня еще и спалили, блядь. Ебать тебя, слух, конечно, блядь. Спалил меня сразу же. Давай, вали отсюда. Молодец. Давай, иди отсюда. Так, закрыть дверь. Все-таки, наверное, сохранюсь. Использую шнапс. Вот. Теперь попробуем еще раз. Значит, замок. В этом районе. Ебать, и вскрыл сразу же, с первого раза. Отлично. Так. Украсть все. Все, валим отсюда. Оп-оп-оп. Все, меня здесь не было. Ну и все, и придеваемся теперь. Одеваем тут всякие вещи. Хорошие. О, прекрасно. Прекрасно. Все, так, и теперь так, а что там? Заметность 71. Все, отлично. Теперь у нас что? Лошадь надо как... А лошадь что, прям так брать? Конюх, ты не будешь против? Красть. Во, кстати. Походу, видимо, моя лошадь, что ли, на которую я прибежал. Все, и погнали отсюда быстрее. Ну, стражник, открывай. Ну что, надо слезть, что ли, ё-моё? Ёбаный в рот.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone, take care now.
Поехали. Отлично. Ебать, замечательно. Так, все. Мы наконец-то вышли из замка этого, блядь. Пиздец какой-то, конечно, блядь. Целый квест, нахуй. Выйти из замка, все. Так. Карта. Где там карта? Вот она. Ага. Ебать нам скакать. Ебать нам скакать-то нахуй. Через ровную скалицу. Кстати, можно быстрое перемещение сделать, чтобы не скакать все это время. Давайте быстрое перемещение сделаем, пизду. Вы не можете, понятно, понимаю. Ой, блядь. Ебать нам скакать-то нахуй, ёбаный в рот, сколько времени. Надо вниз спуститься, а потом уже хотя бы сюда. Ага, я здесь был. Ага, прикольно. Ну, хоть так.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
Да уж, интересное возвращение. Ебать, ебать. Опа. Здорово. Чё? Чё, блядь, как? А как? Рубящий, колющий. Захват цели, снять захват блок. Ваши раны. Управление атаки. Выносливость, здоровье. Подожди, а как этот меч достать? А, он достал, понял. Вот так вот. Набить. Будешь знать. Сука такая, а? Ничего нет. О. Еда — это хорошо. Еда — это очень хорошо. Пошли дальше. Пати стервятник, конечно, блядь. Вай, какая мульная слющая. Вот это молния. О! Извини, пацан. Это все равно пригодится. Ты... Тут ничего нету. О, хлеб. Там воец какой-то. Походу дело. Да. Бля, погодка, конечно, пиздец, не фартит.
Hey!
О. Стой, стой, сука. Ладно.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Повязка. Это хорошо. Ношение оружия пугает людей. А как его убрать-то? Понял. Все, я понял. Убирай. Я все понял. Гроши, повязка. Это все надо. О, яблоко хорошее. Морковка, лук протухший уже. Здорово. А, я понял. Чё, падла? Я не специально бросаю его нафиг. Так, надо брать. Тоже ничего ни хера нет, да? Там, кстати, где-то топор был. Там, подвинься давай. Валяешь, что ли, блядь. Вот он, топор. Как его поднять? Подвинься. Блядь. Двигайся, давай. Сука такая, а. Топор. О, взять. Понадобится. Может, подадим. Кстати, можно было, в принципе, все остальное, наверное, брать, то, что на продажу. Вот это, вот это, вот это, вот это, вот это все на продажу, нахер. Деньги что, нам лишние, что ли? В будущем понадобится. Факел у меня есть. Крендель, морковка. Возьмем морковку. Точка перехода доступна. Отлично. Ну, морковка, хлеб. Ага, тут у нас закрыто. Интересно. И где мне тогда зайти надо? Прикольно. Что-то один вход, что ли, был всего? Нет. О, кстати, смотри-ка. А ты кто такой? Ну-ка, иди сюда. Установим выносливость. Ты что, будешь драться, нет? Кто там? Кто там? Кто там? А, будешь. Готов. Отлично. Тик, Календуа, Хелендуа. Продать, продать, продать. О, это фото, кстати. Так, а есть что у нас? Ничего нет. О, хороши. Меч.
You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you didn't run away. You didn't abandon him like me.
Да ладно тебе расстраиваться-то. Так, это все подняли. Понятно. Крендель. Кренделек. Да, и батя, конечно, да, и красавчик. Жителей своей деревни граблю.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Ну, хотя бы мы их нашли, уже неплохо. Уже хорошо. Морковь, хлеб. Да, видок, конечно, так себе. Ну что ж, друзья, думаю, на сегодня мы закончим наше приключение. Спасибо всем, кто смотрел этот канал. Обязательно приходите по следующей серии. До новых встреч.